We got our Anjelah hooked up? I think we may have her. There we go.
Yes.
Look at this. I feel like I'm talking to a radio person.
Listen, it was my dream to be on morning radio.
Oh, really? Oh, nice. Yeah, you got a great setup there, Anjelah.
Anjelah Johnson, comedian actress, is our guest. We have an avid Raiders fan in the room here. He is Ace. I don't know if you can see in the screen there. Ace, you want to wave? And you were at one point a cheerleader for the Raiders, right?
I was a cheerleader when they were in Oakland. Not the first time around. I wasn't born yet, but the second time around. Yes.
Do you still know any of the dances?
Absolutely. The touchdown dance. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, we don't have to play it that often, but it's fine.
Oh, how funny. You've got a new thing out there. It's called Say I Won't. Tell me about it.
Yeah, my new hour special. It's called Say I Won't. It's streaming for free on YouTube right now. And it was really important for me to bring it back to YouTube because my career started back in 2007 when this brand new thing called YouTube came out. And this nail salon video of mine went viral. It was just a story, me going to get my nails done. And hundreds of millions of people had seen this video. It popped off my career. Here I am on my 6th 1 hour special. And I said, you know what? I'm going to bring this one back to YouTube and release it to the fans for free where it all started.
Cool.
Yeah, I can remember.
Yeah.
Do you remember the other YouTube nail thing, the on fleek?
Oh, that was the eyebrows. That was eyebrows.
Oh, eyebrow. I thought that was nail. Remember?
No.
She goes, yeah, these are on fleek, and it was like a thing for forever for a week.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. For a full week, everybody's brows were on fleek, honey. Yes. No, this was my nails. This was the whole story of the lady who would do my nails and, honey, why you don't have boyfriend and that whole thing.
Oh, yes.
Soups viral. People were messaging me from all over the world. Hey, when are you coming to Australia? Hey, when are you coming to the Philippines? Like everybody wanted me to come. And I had like 12 minutes of material at the time. I was a brand new comedian. And since then, now I have my 6th hour special that we filmed at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee. Let me tell you, I don't know if you know about the Ryman Auditorium.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
This has hosted some greats like Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, Dolly Parton, and then they let us riffraff come in there and tell some jokes. And so I filmed my special, and it's all about my life after COVID, like all the things that changed for me. And number one, being a California girl, moving to the South, and all the things that I've had to learn because like little things are different. Like when I go to a restaurant and I order an iced tea, it automatically comes with 3 pounds of sugar in it.
Yep.
And they call it sweet tea, but we call it diabetes. That's what we call it where we come from. And like if I go into a store, when I'm in Los Angeles, if I go into a store and they're like, can I help you find anything? I'm like, I'm okay. And if I'm feeling really friendly that day, I'm like, I'm okay, thanks. Like, that's it. That's where it ends. Period. End of our conversation. But then I get to Nashville and I'm at TJ Maxx one day and I can hear the ladies in the row next to me. Can I help you find anything? I'm all right, but thank you so much for asking. It's my pleasure. It's a beautiful day outside. Yes, it is. But they say it's going to rain by 3 o'clock. Make sure you get home before the traffic is going to be a mess. Bless your heart.
So sweet. Anjelah Johnson is our guest, and Anjelah launched herself with a hilarious. As soon as you mentioned, I'd forgotten about that great skit of yours involving nails. And one of the things that's happened since we talked to you last, you are now a mom. Am I getting this right?
Yes, I had a baby.
Congrats.
Thank you. I waited until I was 41 years old to have my first child. And I was like, let me wait till I'm considered geriatric pregnancy. You know what I mean? And so I waited till I was 41. And it's crazy because like all my friends from high school, they had their kids in high school. You know what I mean? Like they were hoes, but they were my hoes. Those are my hoes. Don't you say nothing about them.
Yes.
And like I waited till I was 41 and I'm like, wow, y'all just been out here since the beginning of time raising kids and surviving. Like what the heck? This is a wild journey. It's wild.
Now, are you using your husband's name? Are you going Johnson Reyes? Are you doing that?
So I added my husband's name finally after 10 years of being married. I decided to take his name. I was like, you know what? You've proved yourself. I'll take the last name now. So now I'm Johnson Reyes, but my daughter, she's just Reyes. She's half Mexican, half Puerto Rican. She's spicy. Anytime she's like being sassy and like throwing a fit, I'm like, ooh, you're Puerto Rican. That's your Puerto Rican side coming out right now. But anytime she's being sweet like her mama, I'm like, okay, that's your little Mexican side.
Some people have often, a lot of comedians will get up there and they'll discuss their ethnic heritage. I love it when they do jokes like the one you just did, where you take two sides, because some people are always going, oh, that's just nasty. You can't stereotype. Oh, come on. Have some fun, for God's sake.
That's what I'm saying. And I did this whole bit about the Latino hierarchy, and I went through the whole thing, how everybody thinks they're the best. You know, my husband, they think Puerto Ricans are the best because they got Jennifer Lopez. I'm like, okay, y'all get 1 point. I'll give you that for Jennifer Lopez. And then Mexicans, we think we're the best because we have the best food. And I mean, you could Google that. That's just facts, homie. You know what I mean? Like, people want Mexican food. If you go ask your friend, they're in the mood, they don't say, hey, I want some Latino food. Let's get some Latino. No, they say Mexican food. Mm-hmm. Mexican food. That's what they say. You know what I mean? Name one Puerto Rican restaurant. You don't know one.
You're absolutely correct. Anjelah Johnson Reyes is our guest. Do you speak English exclusively around the baby, or?
I speak English exclusively.
Around no matter.
I speak Spanish.
You don't? None, zero. Does your?
I speak minimal ordering food Spanish. Like let me tell you, and it's to the point where like I forget that I don't speak Spanish, you know, because I think Spanish thoughts and they just come out English, you know what I mean? And like sometimes I'll see a situation happening where there's somebody who doesn't speak English trying to talk to somebody who doesn't speak Spanish, and I'll be like, oh, let me go help. What am I gonna do? Help them guess? I don't know Spanish.
Oh, that's funny. Now, does your husband ever speak Spanish around you to yell at you or anything?
My husband will only speak Spanish to his mom. Like, he won't speak Spanish out in public because he's embarrassed of the quality of his Spanish because it's not very good. So anywhere out in public, he'll be like, oh, I don't speak Spanish. But then he gets on the phone and he speaks his Puerto Rican Spanish. And I always say that Puerto Ricans, when they speak Spanish, they sound like they have water in their mouth and they don't want it to spill. Like, we would say, hola, ¿cómo estás? And they would say, hola, ¿cómo está?
Anjelah Johnson, it's been great talking to you, Anjelah. And I want to remind everybody, the new special is called Say I Won't, and it's on YouTube. And I just was looking, it's already had 2.5 million views. So if you enjoyed Anjelah early on, you'll enjoy her even more now. Congratulations on the baby. Congratulations on your little radio studio. With your current outfit, you look kind of like you're in Star Wars because your beautiful hair is pulled back and you've got your earphones that look like those rolls that were on the side of Princess Leia's head.
I'm living somebody's dream right now. This is somebody's wildest dream. Here I am.
Oh, well, thanks. You're so funny. Thank you so much for calling.
Thanks, Anjelah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, she's great. God, yeah, I'd forgotten about that nail thing. That's so funny.